Marker, DJ Doctor, coming to you from a chilly Manchester, Tennessee. But we're going to let awesome Andy Storm tell you about the details in a minute. I am here with the one and the only who, at one time, thought he was Spartacus, the hillbilly heartthrob. Jason, how are you doing?
I am Spartacus.
You are Spartacus.
They call me Batman.
Now you're Batman?
I can be whatever.
Yes, you can, and you scare me a little bit with that.
They can just turn the lights off. I can be whoever they want me to be.
No, because I don't trust you at all. Well, that is the voice of the hillbilly heartthrob. And sitting next to him in the co-pilot seat is the ever-effervescent one who just got slammed in the face with a microphone. Awesome Andy Storm. Storm. I need to get reverb and echo on you.
You do a great job with that anyway.
Yeah. Mr. Sound Effects, that's what I am.
Mr. Sound Effects. You know, I also had another thought. Smarticus. That could be your name.
What's that?
Smarticus. No, not that.
Smarticus?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I even brought that up at the beginning.
Yeah.
All right, Andy, what's the weather like today? Talk to us.
Well, currently right now in Manchester, Tennessee, we're looking at 28 degrees outside, and it's going to be very cold. Tomorrow probably going to reach around maybe
Probably going to be about
40 degrees tomorrow.
Probably.
A little more sunshine in the forecast for the next 2 days. So hopefully we'll get a little warmer by the end of the week. So things are looking positive in the Middle Tennessee area.
And again, if you're not in the Middle Tennessee area, just forget anything you just heard on the air. Just walk outside and figure out if you need a coat or not. But thank you, Andy, for that really nice, uplifting weather report. I can't believe all those years you went to school. But you still use probably.
I will say this once again, I'm a natural. That's the reason it happens.
You're natural. Yes, you are. Okay, Spartacus, why don't you introduce our guest here tonight?
Very cold. Tomorrow probably going to reach.
You forgot somebody.
Forgive me. We also have Velvet Presley here, manning our Facebook Live phone. So she'll be answering all your messages and calls. And then we have the one and only, the IT guru, genius, down at Pulaski Control. How you doing, Brian?
I'm just a bit confused on why you guys are giving the weather in Tennessee when nobody in England cares.
That's why I did the disclaimer at the end, Brian. It's kind of like when we used to do the traffic. Nobody really cared because there was only traffic in Pulaski. But it was still fun to hear you talk about it. Right. It's entertaining maybe to just us.
Okay.
It might be just entertaining to just us.
That might be a problem.
Yeah, but we did check the weather in all of our hometowns. Rebecca's from San Francisco, and it was like 54 degrees about an hour ago. Let's see. Andy, you were from Chattanooga, and it's currently what there?
35 degrees.
And Jason and I are pretty similar. You're from Hillsdale, Michigan.
All I can tell you is it's cold enough that the nuts fell off the bowl.
I didn't really need to hear that. Both our guests are just walking out. So weather in your hometown, Michigan.
It was 13 degrees.
And it was 13, I think, in mine in Beloit, Wisconsin.
With a low tonight of -12.
Oh, wow, you're colder than Wisconsin is. Wisconsin, where I'm from, is -2. So all you people out there, buckle up. All right, Jason, let's get to the artists. Let's get to the real talent of the show.
The real talent of the show. Who thinks that I'm beautiful, by the way.
That's only because you paid her. Did he pay you? You didn't put his name on it, so I went ahead. And
I am pretty sure he did.
Yeah, I think you just stole one of your little posters of you, and I think he wrote that on himself.
He wrote it. No, I wrote it. He said, "Tell me I'm beautiful." So I said, "You're
for
beautiful."
giving away the secrets.
Tell me that I am beautiful. That's what Jason does. Not as beautiful as you. Well, go ahead, Jason.
We have the one and only Miss Karianne Jean.
Hi.
How you doing, Karianne?
Doing good.
We had a cancellation early part of the week or latter part of the week, I guess, and Karianne stepped up to the plate and said she'd fill it for us, so we appreciate it.
Of course. Is there video on me? Because I'm looking a mess.
Yes. You are.
Well, this is me, everybody.
Here's the thing with you. I don't know how many times we've seen you.
At least 4, I think.
4 or 5?
4 or 5, something like that. Each time we see you, you look different.
You're different. You're different hair.
Totally different. Like, can't even recognize you.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, we
I
go like.
put my alter egos on. Do I sound the same, though?
Yeah, no, you sound great. You sound great. We go, well, she's just ripping off Carrie Jean. That's all that's going on. But it's funny. We look at you and we go, "No, she's on the station, ain't she? Don't we know her?" It's like, because your photos get you like with blonde hair. And,
Oh yeah, I love to change my hair color, so I do that a lot.
Yeah,
and sometimes I wear the Spice Girl buns at the top of my head, and that throws people off. And sometimes I don't wear glasses, and sometimes I do. So I guess those are like very specific things.
I have the same bun, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, it looks great. It looks great. So let's go ahead and get you into a tune,
Cool.
and then we'll find out a little bit more about you.
Cool. So this is Bad Love. I wrote it with my friends Zach and Allison Laughlin, and it's going to be on my upcoming project.
All right.
Your eyes, they drive me wild. There's something about your smile. And I see what she sees, 'cause baby, it's the same for me. I don't wanna feel this way, but I want you bad love. Like a bird needs the sun, like a bullet to a gun. Yeah, fugitives on the run, and I know it's bad love. Baby, I can't resist your sweet poison on my lips. Won't leave you dreaming of this bad, bad love. I might want to cross the line, but maybe just this one time. You're my forbidden fruit, but you're gonna have to choose. 'Cause I gotta have you for myself. I want you bad love, like a fire needs a spark, like blood to the heart. He made to his mark, and I know it's bad love. Baby, I can't resist your sweet poison on my lips. Won't leave you dreaming of this bad, bad love. A girl like me can't be alone when a guy like you ain't going home. Now I want you bad love, like a bird needs the sun, like a bullet to a gun. Yeah, fugitives on the run, and I know it's bad love. Baby, I can't resist your sweet poison on my lips. Won't leave you dreaming of this bad, bad love. I know it's bad love. I want you bad love. I know it's bad love. I need it bad, bad love. Bad, bad love. Bad, bad love.
Very, very nice.
Thank you.
Again, every time I see you, and again, I think we met first at the Opry Mills Mall.
Yeah.
We do the show up there the first Saturday of every month, and you were there again
Yeah.
this Saturday. I think we've seen you there several times, and you just always amaze me because for somebody your stature, you got just a powerful little voice.
Thank you.
And there's a great friend of ours who's an amazing vocal coach to the Stars.
Oh, yeah.
Buzzy Orange. We'll throw his name out there. He always says, "Open your mouth, open your mouth, open your mouth." And very few do I actually watch that. I go, she's opening her mouth, and you're one of them. And that's how
thank
the
you.
vocals get out there. So many people try to cut that off. So he'd be very proud of you. So again,
thank
we
you.
say vocal coach of the Stars. Buzzy, I'll throw the commercial out. Buzzy's students were people like Carrie Underwood, Help me, Jason. Faith Hill, Amy Grant,
Amy Grant.
Lori
Oh,
Morgan.
nice.
Uh,
That's good company.
people like that. So he'd be very proud of you. So again, we want to thank everybody that's joining us. We got a watch book going on here in our Facebook Live. We got a lot of people jumping on mine. I see on mine. I know Jason got all his going on. Want to say hi to a lot of people there. Bill Mathis is on. Sylvia is on.
Hi, Sylvia.
Hi, Sylvia. Thank you all for tuning in. Well, let's find out about you.
Yeah.
Where are you from originally?
I was born and raised in Palmdale, California.
California girl.
Yep. Hey.
Hey, two in the same
Southern
room.
California, but still. Same state. Yeah, exactly.
So, were you into the music scene already then? Were you growing up into the school and playing or singing at church and school yet? Or
I sing in choir a little bit, but my mom was classically trained vocalist.
Oh, wow.
And she was like our town singer. Like she sang all the weddings, all the events. Like she was the person that they called, her and her band. So I would sing with her sometimes, but she taught me how to sing from the second that I started talking. So
that's why you sing the way you do.
I sang all the time, and she was like, "If you're gonna sing all the time, like I want to hear it." So she wanted me to be good enough that if I was gonna be singing all the time, she would be able to like it at least.
Well, she had her standards.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
So, she never let me sing wrong. She's still, I like to mess around and just sing bad. And she still will not let me do that. She's like, stop. You know how to sing right. Stop. So I kind of didn't have any choice as far as like learning how to sing properly. I just loved to do it, like all the Disney movies and all that. But I didn't sing in front of anybody besides her until I was 14 or 15.
Okay.
was
In
4
high
years
school. I'm not going to say how long that was ago. I know better than that. But I was really nervous to sing in front of people because I held myself to a really high standard. If it wasn't as good as what I heard on the radio, then I didn't feel like anybody needed to hear it. So when I was really little, my mom would always be like, "Oh, sing for this person." And sing in front of people. Okay. It was kind of like saving it up.
Yeah.
But I auditioned for The Wiz my freshman year of high school.
Really?
And I was a freshman. I didn't think I was going to get a part, but I just went, and that was like my first time singing in front of anybody. So I just sang at the audition, and I got the part of Glinda the Good Witch.
Oh, really? Glinda,
which was
huh?
awesome. Yeah, so that was
Wow.
my first time singing in front of like a big crowd because our whole auditorium was full of parents and friends and everybody that would come. And so I sang in front of all those people, and it was so fun, and I had such a good time doing it, and the response was so great. Everybody seemed to love it, that I just kind of sang the rest through high school. Anytime anything needed to be sung, I was the one that was doing it.
That was cool.
Yeah, and then after high school, I kind of got into writing. I'd always written. When I was really young, my mom encouraged me to keep journals, and they were always songs. But I didn't really know I was even decent at it or if they were even songs until I took a songwriting class
Right.
first year after high school. So that's when I just started going after it.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like how the beginnings, I like hearing how they start out.
Yeah.
Because we all start from scratch. It's just what route did you take to get where you're at now?
Right.
And I just think it's cool how our lives are we're all unique and all different, but we all have that one common thing. We all started from the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
And some just are natural. They just are born entertainers. Now, they had to work at their craft, but
Sure.
they're just not afraid of anything. See, I didn't care. I was going to play, and I'm going to make mistakes, and I'm going to learn the hard way. I'm going to woodshed a little bit, where I know people like you that I'm going to stay in the background and work my way up.
Yeah.
So it's different avenues for everybody.
Yeah.
Well, let's do another song, and then we're going to talk about
Sure.
you coming from California. What was your next step? So
Yeah.
what's the
So
next tune you want to do?
this one is called As They Seem. It's a song I wrote with my friend Kim Pence, and it is also going to be on the new album.
Okay.
I hide my eyes in black lines to sky so they won't see the darkness underneath. And I paint my lips to kiss the demons that dance at night. They might haunt me, but they're mine. I try to buy that mirror's light, but the truth is all I find. A smile to deflect away from drowning in goodbyes, a touch of scarlet blush to conceal my letters bright. I put on a show for everyone to see, but things aren't always as they seem. My diamonds rest on my chest, right next to open scars, like armor to my heart. A cheers to unwind this unbridled mind, a pill to sleep with the ghosts that hold me tight. They see through the limelight, a lavish party scene, but things aren't always as they seem. They put me on a shelf like a dancing figurine, high above the rest, but never ever free. I'm trapped inside all I made them believe, 'cause things aren't always as they seem. Huh? Oh, thank you. Theatrical.
All right, so let's talk about now. You got out of your shyness. You started doing the school play.
Yeah.
You won Glinda the Good Witch.
Yeah.
Where to go from there?
I played all different roles. I don't remember what I played in The King and I think I played one of the teacher, maybe? I don't remember, to be honest with you. But I did all the plays and pep rallies and all that. And then I went into a songwriting class at my junior college, and I never showed anybody what I'd written before. And my teacher, Mrs. Hemingway, was just so supportive. And she said something, she's like, hey, so clearly you're obviously more advanced than everybody in this class. And I was like, I am? Seriously? She's like, yeah, duh. And I was like, oh, cool. So that was kind of the first time anybody had heard anything and told me that I was good at what I did. And that kind of encouraged me a lot to keep writing. I didn't play any instruments at the time.
Okay.
I just wrote in melodies and words, and I'd hear music in my head. So then I, a couple years ago, picked up the guitar and piano. I took like a crash course in music theory on piano, and that just kind of opened up a whole new world.
Cool.
And allowed me to be able to write songs by myself, and that's been fun.
So now do you play piano still? You still
Yeah,
work
I
out
can.
arrangements?
So I wouldn't say I play piano, just like I wouldn't say I play guitar, because I'm just not very good. If you like talk to a guitar player, they'd be like, yeah, she's not very good. But I can fake it really well. I can fake it enough to where people who don't play are like, wow, she's awesome, you know? So that's kind of the goal. I'm not like a musician type. I would love nothing more than to not play instruments and just sing, because that's my instrument. But I can like block chords on piano, and I'll do covers and stuff on piano, and it just takes me a little bit of time to like.
Now,
get
do you
it.
read? Are you able to read music?
No, I can't read
No?
music. I can just block chords.
Okay.
I never learned how to read music, which, I mean, they say it's not really necessary. I agree.
Some guys are really, really good at it.
Yeah.
But I'll say there's a piano player down here that he could tell you everything about the keyboard. Mm-hmm. He could tell you about every, minors and fifths and the sevenths and
Right.
transposing. He could all the keys. He can do all that, but he cannot read a lick of note off of paper. But if you sit there and go, we're going to do a 1-4-5 and B flat, no problem. He could do all that.
Right,
We're going to play the
numbers,
song in
yeah.
F
B
sharp.
flat.
Yeah, B flat.
Who the heck plays in B flat?
Well, I don't know. That was just an example. But he knows, and he can transpose and do all that. He
Right.
just can't. So, but what he's really good at is he can, on the fly. He's on the fly. He can just do anything.
Yeah.
And I think it's pretty cool. And some people are. We had a piano instructor that wasn't. He didn't have that feel, but you put a book in front of him, he may never ever saw the song in his life, and he could play it perfectly.
Yeah. I've got a really good memory. So if I hear a song once, I know it forever. And I don't forget it. And I remember words and all that kind of stuff. So if I see the chords, I'm like, oh, that's what I need to play. And I know how to play it.
Right.
So that it has a little helpful, but I can only make so many chords, so I just stick with the ones that I know.
Stick with the ones that work for you. Move the capo up and down.
That's exactly what I do.
This one's in the key of fret 3. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
Let's go ahead and
Jason?
play another song.
You want another song?
Yeah,
Let's go
Okay,
ahead
sure.
and
Why
bust
not?
another tune out.
To be honest with you, I really had no idea what I was going to be doing. So I just brought my guitar like, oh, I might be playing. I
Well,
don't really
due to all
know,
the
so-
rain and the leaks we have on the roof, we were going to have you patch the roof, but we decided to do
Oh,
a
okay.
music show instead.
I'd rather do this if that's cool.
Well, okay, then you and I got a job to do then. Let's go ahead and do a song before we do some roof repair.
This is a song I actually wrote by myself. It's another one that's going to be on the record, and it's called Marilyn Monroe. I've got a major obsession with Marilyn Monroe.
Really?
I think she's the most beautiful and crazy and strong and weak person on the planet.
Now, when you say beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful natural when she was a redhead? Or
No,
blonde?
beautiful, just all, like her aura is just
Her
beautiful.
aura,
Just
okay.
like who she
Okay.
was just like so many different things.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of times in this industry, people try to put you in a box. You have to be one thing.
Right.
And I hate that because I'm everything. And so are you, and so are you. And I think every woman has that same level of beauty and that same level of crazy. And I think it's cool. I think it's what makes us awesome. So it's kind of what I base the song off of. But anyway, this is called Marilyn Monroe.
Okay.
Yeah, boy, I know that look in your eye. You're thinking that might be that diamond that you've been trying to find. You might be right, but I'm more than me. See, we all leave a shadow behind, tucking away our demons from the light. I can be bright as sunshine and dark as midnight. In that bombshell city best, I'd rather be crazy than just like all the rest. Can you break his slip, shine that for you? I know I just my hand. Baby, you made the star of you, showing everything you know. Champagne by bottles, my head into the mirror on the wall that's lying. I'm the favorite and the fairest of them all. And if you can't love me at my worst, you gotta go. XO Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe. Yeah, boy, I know you're thinking I'll change. Like all these edges and I couldn't. You are gonna fade like you could be the one to tame a hurricane. There's no sunshine unless there is rain. You want it all, then you gotta gotta take what's behind the stage. You gotta love the skin and the masquerade. And that bombshell said it best. There's nothing more captivating than madness. How can you break his lips, Chanel? When we wanna wipe just my hand. Baby, you beat the star of your show, but next thing you know, champagne by bottles, my hand into the mirror on the wall that's lying. I'm a villain and the rest of them all. And if you can't love me at my worst, you gotta go. XO Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe. If you can live in shades of red love, heat, rage, passion, then it's on to the next ex. Can he break his lips, Chanel? When we wanna wipe just my hand. Baby, you know I'm star of your show. Next thing you know, champagne by bottles, my hand to the mirror on the wall that's lying. I'm a villain and the rest of them all. And if you can't love me at my worst, you gotta go. XO Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe.
Thank you.
Very, very nice. Take a second out here to thank all the people that are watching on our Facebook page and our watch page. We got a lot of activity going between all the members here. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget, other than Facebook Live, we have a website that has the radio station plays 24/7.
Boom.
Please jump over to WFNCJams.com and listen to it. Some of the best stuff you'll ever hear that is not on regular big box radio stations. We've got some killer players.
Except for once a month.
Except for once a month. What happens, Jason? Once a month.
We do a vinyl show once a month.
Yes.
And we play people like Ray Stevens and Weird Al. And
Oh yeah, but we do some good stuff too. We'll do. You'll get the lead out. We'll do some Beatles stuff. But now this week the vinyl show is where?
we're going to be at the Nashville Palace on Sunday.
What time?
For the record convention.
11 to 4.
11
isn't
to
it?
4.
11 to 4. Nashville time.
Or is it 11 to 5?
I don't know. We'll be there till at
We're
least
7
5.
hours. I know it's 7 hours we're there.
Okay. So it's 11 to 5. So we'll have fun. To, bring some money because you're going to want to add to your record collection or start a new record collection. Vinyl is in. It's all in. We want to thank Third Man Records for allowing us to they gave us 4 of their albums to help promote some of the artists, and we want to thank them for that. But this is a regular record convention, so there'll be 60 tables worth of vendors there. You'll walk away with probably a wheelbarrow full of albums.
No.
Oh, it's a heaven.
I
If
only
you love
walked
vinyl.
out of there with 30 extra last time.
30 last time, yeah. So you'll walk out of there with about 40 this time. So great stuff. So
Some of the people that are on the page watching, of course, I got a cousin, Beth Rubley. Said it's
she probably didn't want you to admit.
She said it's actually 6 degrees in Reading right now.
Oh,
Reading,
my.
Michigan.
Bless your heart. Put a jacket on inside.
Saw Jeannie C. Riley come up.
Jeannie C. Riley was
she's
on.
listening, so
Yep.
glad that she's out there paying attention to us,
Sylvia
too.
Hutton is
Sylvia,
on.
Yep, Sylvia's on as well, so no pressure.
So you got some big eyes looking at you. So we want to thank them for being part of the radio station and being part of the fans of the station. That means a lot to us.
Sorry, guys, I have a face for radio today.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was going to have a camera on me. I want to spruce myself up a little bit.
I do every day.
Yeah. That's okay. That's okay. We're not judging appearance unless you're Marilyn Monroe. But anyways, junior college, was that still in California?
Yeah, that was in California.
Okay, now when you got out of junior college, what'd you do there? Did you move?
Yeah. So I moved to Nashville.
Okay, right out of college.
Yeah.
Was that
pretty
a big
much.
scary thing to do?
Yes and no.
Okay.
So after I finished junior college, I moved in with my grandpa for a little bit. He lived in LA, and so I lived in LA for a little bit.
Okay.
And worked with some people out there, and just really wanted to be part of the songwriting community in Nashville. And they're not super open to people that don't live here.
Right.
So I just decided to move, and my boyfriend at the time was down, and he was ready to move. So he had moved from Massachusetts to California for me.
Oh, okay.
So then he was ready to move anyway. Neither of us were very good at being LA people. So we moved to Nashville a couple years ago, and we love it. We have felt right at home here as soon as we got here, more than we ever did in California. And just the industry itself was so much more open and
Right.
accessible. LA, there's a lot of, I mean, I'm sure there's competition here too, but there's a lot more competition in LA as far as people just aren't very open to collaborate. And I think the best stuff comes out of collaborations. So it was a good move, and we're happy we did it. And
Well, good.
we've loved it.
Now,
Yeah.
2 years? You've been here 2 years?
A few years. I don't really know.
A few
how many.
years, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 maybe? I don't know.
So we see you quite a bit again at the Opry Mills Mall, at the Opry Mills Unplugged.
Yeah.
Where else do you normally hang out and play?
I love to play the Puckets.
Okay.
So I'll play Puckets in Murfreesboro, Columbia, Chattanooga sometimes, Nashville, Franklin. I just play around at the different Puckets locations, and I love those because the people that go there are just they're just always a great crowd. And we always have a lot of fun. So that's where I
Really
usually
great
play.
musicians go to those places too. You ever go there on like an open mic night and watch some of their open mic nights?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, you'll be surprised what gets up out of the crowd and plays.
What was his Nashville, anywhere you go for an
Yeah.
open mic, it's like, oh, you wrote 5 number ones? That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Well, good to see ya, you know.
Yeah, thanks. But yeah, it's funny because that's exactly what happens. I mean,
Yeah.
and it's people you wouldn't expect.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
It's not like you don't see Garth Brooks every day. You don't
No.
see Brad Paisley every day. But you see these guys that look like just normal dudes.
Oh, yeah.
That didn't shave for the last 4 days.
Totally.
And they walk in, and next thing you know, they go, "Oh, this is so-and-so, and he's got 11 number one hits." You're
Yeah.
going, normal
What?
dudes.
Oh, yeah. I was sitting in Blue Bar, and I'd played a writer's round when Blue Bar was still in Nashville. I'm so sad that closed. That was awesome. It's like one of my favorite dive bars. But I was sitting there after I just played a round, and this guy gets up in this round, and he starts with a song that was like, I knew it kind of, but I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. He had a cut. And then he goes into Check Yes or No by George Strait, and I was like, what the heck is going on? And he was like, this is a little song that I
we
wrote.
know
Thanks
him.
for cutting it, George. And he just like starts playing, and I was like, oh, where am I? What is this?
Yeah.
And like one hit after another after that. Just sitting there in a bar. There's a few people. It's not packed. He's just playing his songs that are number one sensations. And it's
yeah.
like, this is amazing. Like, this is definitely where I want to be.
Well, what'll make you feel uncomfortable is I come from a rock and roll background. So when you play any of the old classic stuff, I'm like first in line going, oh, I love that song. I know
Yeah.
that song. I know that band or that artist. The country stuff I didn't really get into. I got into old country, but I'm from Wisconsin. So, Hank Snow, all those old, Furlan Husky, Sonny James, that stuff, okay. But anything after that, I dropped off because I got into the Beatles and Led
Sure.
Zeppelin and so on. Coming back to
He was born in 1932. But
no,
that's-
yeah, not quite.
Yeah, right.
But since coming back to Nashville, of course, I'm being surrounded by country again.
Sure,
so
sure.
I'm learning now. Jason could tell you every country song ever written by
Yeah.
anybody. I was at a songwriters venue one night, and this guy gets up and he starts singing a song, and I'm like, I never heard it. Everybody in the place is singing, and then the next song he sings, everybody in the place is singing. And I'm like, I haven't a clue who this guy is. Everything he had was on the radio was like a number one hit or in the top
Right.
5. And then so you start to find out who these guys are. Finally, Jimmy Payne gets up.
right.
Jimmy Payne gets up and he starts singing Woman, Woman by Gary Puckett. And I'm going, I know one. That's cool. now I'm starting to get where I get to know some of these songs and some of the
Yeah.
artists. So it's pretty cool that Nashville is full of that.
Yeah.
And the more he hangs out with me, the more he learns.
The more I hang out with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I go to these places, and we were somewhere, and someone asked about a certain artist on a record, and you knew right off the bat who it was.
We were at Ernest Tubbs. The gentleman had wrote One More Day for Diamond Rio.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
good song.
And we were doing a vinyl show, so we're playing records at Ernest Tubb, and he said, but it was never on vinyl. And I corrected him.
You're like, yes, it was, and I have it, and I'm gonna play it right now.
And I did. But I made him sign the record first.
Of course.
They never stopped pressing 45s even through the 90s because a lot of dive bars still had 45 RPM jukeboxes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So I have a lot of 90s 45s.
Love that.
Well, that was cool.
That is very
That was
cool.
Bobby, right?
Yeah,
Bobby
Bobby
Tomberlin.
Tomberlin.
Yeah.
Cool.
That was pretty cool. Why don't we go ahead and have you kick out another song?
Sure.
And
You
we'll
guys
tell
will-
people that are listening, sit back, enjoy, and listen. She's doing a great job, and we're just tickled to death. We're tickled to death. She's part of the family here. So what you got?
I don't know. Do you want to hear? I didn't know I was playing any songs tonight, so I'm an open book. Do you guys want to hear like a cover, an original? Or?
Why don't you play a cover? That's okay.
Sure. Okay. Could do that.
Unless
This is
it's
a good one.
like Duran Duran or something. Then
I don't know if you'll like it, but this is one of my favorite songs.
okay.
It's a throwback 90s. My mom used to play Mariah Carey for me when I was in her stomach. And so, I grew up playing Mariah Carey, singing Mariah Carey. So I finally learned how to play one of her songs on guitar. So you'll know this song. If you want to sing along, I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying you should. Do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Baby, 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 baby. We were as one, babe, for a moment in time, and it seemed everlasting that you would always be mine. Now you wanna be free, so I'll let you fly, 'cause you know in your heart, baby, our love will never die. No, you'll always be part of me. I'm part of you indefinitely, but you know you can't escape me. Ooh, darling, 'cause you'll always be my baby, and we'll linger on. Time can't erase a feeling this strong. You know you're never gonna shake me. Ooh, darling, 'cause you'll always be my baby. Do-do-do, oh. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Baby, 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 baby. I ain't gonna cry, no. And I won't beg you to stay. If you're determined to leave, boy, I will not stand in your way. Hey, but inevitably, you'll be back again. 'Cause you know in your heart, baby, our love will never end. Oh, you'll always be part of me. I'm part of you indefinitely, but you know you can't escape me. Ooh, darling, 'cause you'll always be my baby, and we'll linger on. Time can't erase a feeling this strong. No, you're never gonna shake me. Ooh, darling, 'cause you'll always be mine. I know that you'll be back, boy, when your days and your nights get a little bit colder. Oh, I know that you'll be right back. Oh, baby, believe me, it's only a matter of time. You'll always be part of me. I'm part of you indefinitely, but you know you can't escape me. Ooh, darling, 'cause you'll always be my baby, and we'll linger on.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Very nice. So, let's talk
Hi.
about influences. Who did you grow up really, really liking to listen to?
Well, I learned to sing really off of Mariah Carey
Mariah Carey,
and
okay.
Celine Dion, and my mom loved big, powerful voices. So that's really what she played.
Pat Benatar, Linda Ronstadt.
Oh
type
yeah,
stuff?
definitely. What? I'm trying to think of her name. She had like the big curly hair. Taylor Dane. She
Oh, okay.
loved Taylor Dane. She played Taylor Dane like it was nobody's business. So all those kind of big voices, and then Kelly Clarkson was another big one. I loved to just like scream her records.
She's got a tough voice, real tough
Yeah,
voice.
and it was fun for me because I would try to just do what she would do and like what I heard from Mariah Carey and like all these other people, and it took me some time to like stop trying to sound like other people and kind of find my own voice.
Right.
That I think was my biggest hurdle, and that's something that I was able to kind of overcome when I started writing songs, because I was able to, it didn't sound like anybody else because nobody else had ever sang it. So I kind of just got to make that decision for myself at that moment, what my voice sounded like.
That's cool. What's next for you? What do you want to do? You want to be the entertainer person, or you want to be the singer-songwriter? You want to be a plugger? You want to be producer?
Yeah.
All the above?
Honestly, right now I'm working on my first full-length record as an artist and a writer. I wrote on all the tracks.
Okay.
And so right now my goal is raising money for that album that's
Okay.
in production. I'm still trying to raise the rest of the budget.
So how do people get involved in that? You got like a GoFundMe?
Yeah,
or
so I have a
something?
GoFundMe, yeah.
Go ahead and tell us how to do that.
You can find it. I'll link it in my Instagram story tonight. And you can find it on my website. You can find it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It's all at Karianne Jean.
Okay.
And that's how you can find me. And my little link is there if anybody wants to donate. I'd so appreciate it. I'm super close to the end budget goal.
Good.
I've got an amazing producer signed on, and we've kind of started production already. And it's sounding really cool. And
Good.
so I'm very excited. My producer is one of the producers that is hired by labels. So the plan is to make this record, and he said he'll walk it into some labels and see if they're interested, and we'll see what happens.
And just
So-
remember us when you're walking down the red carpet.
Of course, right? I came in my my day job work clothes and my crazy hair.
Because, see, if you don't remember us, we've got this archive
Oh
video.
yeah. Oh,
We're going viral, honey.
do it. Go
We
for
got
it.
ya. So, no. We wish the best.
This is me. This is it.
This is who you are.
Yeah.
Well, that's good, though. But that's, like I say, we are just so tickled that you became part of the family. Again, especially on short notice. We've
Oh, of
seen you up
course,
there
yeah.
in Nashville, but to come down an hour south and put up with us.
We've talked a couple of times about having her, but I think she's purposely lost my number.
I've tried to do that,
Not
but she keeps showing up on my door. I gotta move.
I gotta.
But
You can't just lose his number. You gotta move.
Stop following me.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do. We got time for one more song for her.
Yeah,
She showed
absolutely.
up due to traffic again. We want to run another hour. Brian is on our prompter over here, telling us what to do.
About 13 minutes.
We got about 13 minutes to kill, so
So
time for two
kill.
songs. So,
Dang. Do I know 2 songs? I'm
do
just
you
kidding.
know 2 songs? You could always do one of
I've
mine.
got like a million songs.
Oh.
Let's see.
I
Let's
like
not sing
it.
it that high. So I didn't write this on a guitar.
Okay.
This next song, I wrote it with my producer, Greg Archilla. And we didn't write it on a guitar. We wrote it to a track. So when I play it to guitar, it sounds so different.
Uh-huh.
So you guys are getting a taste of this song, but you got to donate to my fundraiser and get the album to
There you go.
really get the idea of it.
I like the teaser. That's good.
Dear Hollywood, why do you hurt so good? Fill me up like there's nothing I couldn't do, then rip my heart in two. Dear Hollywood, Why don't you rain even when you should? Even when circumstances ain't all good, your sky's still blue. Tell me, how do all these ice queens survive when it's always sunny and 75? And how is this perfect paradise the graveyard where so many dreams come to die? Devils here on high, they dance in the city lights. So why do I come back for more every time? Dear Hollywood, do you feel misunderstood when your Golden Gate neighborhood is a shock home prison? Tell me, how do all these ice queens survive when it's always sunny and 75? And how is this perfect paradise the graveyard where so many dreams come to die? The devil's here on high, they dance in the city lights. So why do I come back for more every time? Oh, why do I come back for more every time?
Very nice.
Thank you.
Well, while you're thinking up one last song to close the show with, got any other shows you want to plug or an event that's coming up you
Yeah,
want to talk
so
about?
this weekend on Friday night at 9 o'clock, I'm playing a kind of like a half band show at Puckett's in Nashville.
Okay.
On 5th and Church. So it'll be an hour and a half, and I'll have my guitar player with me, and we'll have like a small drum set up.
Okay.
So it's going to be super fun. There's so many songs that I can't play on guitar that when I have a guitar player, I get to play. So I'm
Yeah.
super excited about that. I get to just worry about the singing part, which is my favorite part, which makes for a fun show. So yeah, come on out. The tables need to be reserved, so you have to reserve your seat. They almost always sell out the day before the show.
Okay.
So make sure to call, make your reservations, and I'd love to give you guys big hugs. if you're
That'll
out
work.
there. Yeah.
Awesome.
That'll work.
Do you have websites with merchandise available or things of that nature at this moment?
I don't have merchandise because I'm rebranding for this new album project. But I do. You can find like my old tunes on iTunes and Spotify, and I've been putting out some covers on YouTube. So all those links are on my website at karianne.com. And if you want to buy the new record, it might be a little bit before it actually releases.
Right.
So the people who donate to the fundraiser will actually get the record before it releases.
Right.
So that's kind of exciting and fun. So little incentive to donate to my fundraiser.
How many tracks are you putting on the new record? Do you have that idea yet?
Yeah, so there'll be 10 songs. Yeah.
Full album, not just an EP, a full album.
Yeah, full
Okay.
album.
Yeah.
It's not the most popular choice to make a full album in this market. Everybody says that, people's attention spans are too short and you have to put out singles and EPs and all this kind of stuff. But it was put on my heart to make this concept record, and it's not genre specific. It's going to turn out how it turns out. We're not going in like, let's make a country record, let's make a pop record, let's make anything. We're just going in kind of experimenting. So I'm very excited on how it's sounding and how it's
Good.
turning out. Really soulful and just very authentic to who I am as an artist and a person. So hopefully everybody likes it.
See, you might break the mold. everyone
Hope
might
so.
be doing a full EP or a full album after they hear yours.
Yeah, maybe. Let's get
I
people.
think I'll do the same thing.
Let's get people making full albums again. I miss full albums. You don't get the full story with 3 songs or 4 songs.
Oh, I
so.
agree. I agree. It's always that deep album cut's one I like the best, anyways. What
Yep.
goes to the single is usually okay, but it's that one that you never hear.
Yep.
That's the one I want. We're down to about 6 minutes as I'm being prompted, so let's go ahead and do a song, and then we'll close the show.
Sure, that sounds good. So this song is actually not one that's going to be on the album, but
Okay.
it's one of my favorites that I've written recently with my friend Mary Heather Hickman, and I love the ability of songwriters to be able to make something very small, something very big, and have a whole life. And that's kind of what we did with this one. So this is called Key.
You gave it to me in a box with a bow all wrapped up like it would always mean something forever, you and me. So pristine, not a scratch or a blemish, untouched, unwarped, and unmistreated, just like we used to be. We said goodbye, but it still hangs on this chain like an old time's gone by. 'Cause what if someday you call me up and remember what it felt like when we were in love and we could open the door to all we were before? Let it burn and count the stars, light it just to make up and wake up in your arms. At the very least, it unlocks some memories, so I keep the key. I know I shouldn't be holding on to all this history between you and me. If it was meant to be, it should have already. But what if someday you call me up and remember what it felt like when we were in love and we could open the door to all we were before? Let it burn and count the stars, light it just to make up and wake up in your arms. At the very least, it unlocks some memories, so I keep the key. Maybe when you go to leave and grab your things, there's a little something there that makes you think of me. 'Cause what if someday you call me up and remember what it felt like when we were in love? We could open the door to all we were before. Let it burn and count the stars, light it just to make up and wake up in your arms. At the very least, it unlocks some memories. Yeah. At the very least, I've got the memories, so I keep the key.
Karianne
Thank
Jean,
you.
everybody.
Thank you.
Great job.
Thank you so much for having me.
You inspired songwriters to leave their homes and drive all the way over here to watch you in person.
Oh,
There you go.
Jerry Green stepped in. He's another songwriter.
Nice to meet you.
I guess
And Fizz Pop is watching you
Fizz
on
Pop.
Twitch TV.
Twitch TV, yeah.
That's cool.
So you're not just Facebook, you're also Twitching. TV.
Oh man, I'm
yeah,
twitching.
you're on Twitch and Periscope and YouTube. So
Am I twitching?
we're down to we're down to the witching hour. So we're gonna have to
Oh
say,
no.
what Brian say? Oh no. So we want to say thank you again for on short notice becoming part of the family this weekend. We had a cancellation and Carrie Jean jumped right in and took the spot. So I don't know if she would have took it if she'd have knew what she was getting
was
into.
I had
for
no
punishment.
idea what I was
She was
getting
a
into.
glutton,
I
yeah.
just came in totally blind.
No, you did a great job, fantastic job.
Thanks.
We'll
Thank
bring
you.
you back again.
Yeah, let me.
We got a lot more punishment to put you through.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. We got
Totally.
math questions, some science stuff we want to talk to you about. So, again, Carrie Jean, thank you for being part of the family.
Thanks.
As for Velvet Presley, who's managing the Facebook page, awesome Andy Storm, the hillbilly heartthrob who thought he was Spartacus, we have we have the one and the only IT
Wow.
guru, Brian, and then myself, I'm the DJ Doctor. Until the next Midnight Madness show, y'all take care.
Peace out.